Growing up with a brother who's mildly autistic and has Asperger's syndrome is a very hard thing to do. You feel like you're the least important person in the house. You have to take a hold of the responsibilities of being the older child because they're not able to. You also have to realize that you have to be responsible for these things and all they may be. This was my childhood, and it was really hard to grow up the way it is, and it's shaped basically who I am today. First things first, he has Asperger's syndrome, and it's a syndrome where he's very disordered, not disorderly, but he doesn't like organization, things like that. He's mildly autistic as well. He's basically a child in a man's body, effectively. And it affects him socially. It's awkward if he's in the room and he'll just act out. And it won't be awkward for him, but it'll be extremely awkward for me or anyone else he's with. And I grew up with this from when I was a child, and I always thought that he was most important. I was not getting any attention as a child. My brother siphoned all my parents' attention away from me. So that's mainly why I talk so much. If I'm told this quite often that I talk way too much and I should probably stop, but that's just how I was raised. I had to fight for attention as a child, and when my younger brother was born, it just makes it a lot harder. So I had to find other means of getting attention, and it was really hard. And he's 21 years old now, and basically he acts like he's 9. He acts out, he's wild, and it's extremely hard for me because I've had to be the role model for my younger brother, and I've had to make sure that he doesn't get into trouble like he has and my older brother. And it's been hard on the entire family, effectively. And but when he comes to stay, it's really hard on me because he's been living on his own since he was 17. Well, not living on his own, but not living with us, as my parents and myself, my younger brother. And when he comes to stay, it's extremely difficult for me, especially because, and I see it's a cycle of anger in the household. If he upsets my parents, they get upset, and it's if I step out of line slightly, they release all that upset and anger towards me or my younger brother. And so I try to be the parent, as they say, and I try to make him, hey, don't do that, don't you do that, and he yells, he's extremely loud, he's violent, and he can't hold down a job. It's extremely hard for him, and it makes me worry about how he's going to be able to do when he's older and what I'm going to have to do when I'm older to be able to take care of him. Because when it comes down to it, I'll be the one, when my parents go, I'll be the one that has to take care of it. But I wouldn't change this. I mean, that's who my older brother is. I love him. And it's just God's plan. That's been his plan, and it's what I'm going to have to deal with. Everyone's got their own little curse. And I'm not saying he's a burden on me, but it can be difficult sometimes. But I think it just makes me a stronger person and can mold me and makes me strive to be better, if that makes any sense. But what I'm trying to say is that my brother, who is mildly autistic and has Asperger's, has affected who I am as a person. Ever since I was a very small child, he destroyed my toys. And now it's my turn to try to buckle down and just grow up with it. And that's me.